This is Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
And today we have a lot to talk about. Grand Slam from Arthur Ashe Stadium, third year in a row. The future of CM Punk, wrestling-wise. And we'll run down AEW's upcoming pay-per-view from Seattle, WrestleDream. Let's start with Grand Slam. No, actually, let's start with CM Punk. So earlier in September, you know what's really funny, right? So CM Punk's return to AEW Collision was Richie's birthday, June 17th.
Yeah.
And CM Punk, he gets fired on my birthday, September 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, so CM Punk's out of AEW. What do you think is next for him wrestling wise?
Also, before I say anything, I think it's awesome. You're wearing the exact shirt I bought for you. I rushed to the AEW website the day he got fired and bought you that shirt because I knew, when are we going to buy another shirt from him?
Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate that.
What I think his future is? Whether or not he goes to WWE, which I think is highly likely, I just hope he's happy with his wife and just happy with him and his dog and his life because, I really just want the guy to be happy, honestly. I'm not mad at him. How I've been McNulty when reviewing all the drama that happened. I'm not mad at him. I just want him to be happy. And I'm glad he's not in the same place that caused him a lot of stress anymore. Some people might think I can't serve them. Well, who cares? But I think. Look, Chicago is Survivor Series going to be in Chicago. So, if I'm a betting man, he could be back soon in WWE. I hope so. I don't know why you wouldn't sign him unless any of the Young Bucks' friends work for WWE. I would love to see him. I would love to see him. I love seeing him wrestle. He hasn't had a bad match, bad promo, bad anything in AEW. Like TV wise, I love watching a guy wrestle. So yeah.
So if he does decide to wrestle again, I could see him in WWE for one reason because right before he returned to AEW, he was at Raw and he talked to everybody. He seemed to made amends with people, including Triple H, one of the last guys he spoke to before he left in 2014. So if that didn't happen, then I'd say he wouldn't be in wrestling because I think that, it would be great to see him back in WWE in November. But the thing is, in WWE has a lot going on right now. Like when you look at Roman Reigns and you look at the Bloodline, and then there's Cody, and then there's The Rock, possibly. CM Punk is not going to be the main event at that, whatever. This coming WrestleMania, it's not going to be CM Punk closing the show. Like it just won't be because it shouldn't be.
He could steal the show in any match he's in, I'm sure, but
he'll still be on the card. Yeah, he could still be on the card and sell thousands of tickets too. But if CM Punk comes into WWE, at least for the first year or two, they should do with him what they should have done with Rey Mysterio, in the sense that they should treat him like a special attraction. You know what I mean? Bring him in for the big shows only. Right? Bring him Royal Rumble, I guess the Saudi shows, right? SummerSlam, WrestleMania, right? For big special matches. Then, after all, stories wrap up, you can fit him into a title picture and he'll main event WrestleMania or something like that down the line. If he decides to continue on with wrestling for the, into, the next couple of years or so. Because when you look at what they're doing with Logan Paul now, that should be Rey Mysterio, to be honest. And that should be CM Punk. You know what I mean? Because these guys are attractions, right? They're special attractions. You know what I mean?
Look, CM Punk was selling T-shirts the day he got fired.
Yeah,
people know that he's a draw. They're not gonna let the propaganda. People don't let the propaganda fool them. They know he's a draw. And I think you asked me a while back, when we were planning this, you asked me if he might be back in AEW. The reason why I see him going to WWE before ever going back to AEW, because, look, when he was in AEW, right? on his way to Wembley, he thought he was on his way to a peace summit with, the elite, and he tried to make amends. Those efforts were rejected. In WWE, he said sorry to Triple H. He said he made amends with The Miz. The only person that kicked him out of the locker room was Vince. But despite that, his efforts of making peace weren't rejected there. So I think I see him going to WWE first. That's what
And
I think.
honestly, Bret Hart came back to WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
They brought back
Bret
Hogan
Hart,
after he said the N-word.
they brought back Hogan. Hogan came back. Yeah, a lot of people have come back after they said, I'll never be back here again. Sid went back to WCW after getting into it with Arn Anderson in a hotel room in the early 90s. So stranger things have happened in wrestling. So yes, it's possible for him to be back in AEW if they're still around in a couple of years. And it's possible for him to go to WWE. But also, when you look at the talent picture, and not just the talent picture, just like what WWE is financially, they don't need a CM Punk. Would CM Punk be helpful to WWE? Absolutely. But
Hell
I think
yeah!
with CM Punk, they should he should only be used sparingly until the moment calls for him to be a part of something major, like a main event WrestleMania.
I don't think the guy's gonna try to outwork people who are on the card every week. Like,
No.
you in fact, a guy like him should only be wrestling on pay-per-views. Like,
Sure.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Like, but yeah, like,
He show up
and
for
like,
TV to do a promo. What he's brilliant at,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
Like, listen, like, if he's there, he's not gonna fade into obscurity because he's too good. People like him too much, whether they want to admit it or not. You know,
Not
like,
even that. Not even that. Fade him to obscurity. Just I don't want to over. He shouldn't be overexposed.
oh well, of
You know.
course not. No, on the people like veterans, people who have as much skin in the game as him wouldn't want to be overexposed. That's not so I don't see that happening. But yeah, I, in any shape or fashion, I would just love to see him back doing what he does best.
Same. Yeah.
You know?
But like in life, I just hope CM Punk is doing all right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all. That's really it. But just for wrestling, as a wrestling fan, if he does come back to wrestling, there's more than enough for him to do. There's a lot that he wants to do that he hasn't done yet. So there's that. And I feel like, judging on what people that, in AEW have said about him after his departure, it seems like CM Punk has a lot of unfinished business in wrestling. So that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Yep.
I don't think he has to prove that he's not a psychopath because he's not.
No.
Like,
No.
so
Okay. Grand Slam, third year in a row at Arthur Ashe, and we've been at every single Grand Slam. And I
holy
can
shit,
say
yeah.
maybe you can disagree or agree, but this has probably been the best Grand Slam. I think
See,
at
here's
least
the
the main
thing.
Dynamite card.
As an overall Dynamite, yeah, this is one of the best. And like counting the live experience, I have a lot to say about the live experience. This is definitely my favorite live experience going to Grand Slam. But the thing is, the first Grand Slam, nothing will ever beat seeing the atmosphere of Danielson and Omega and CM Punk versus Hobbs. Nothing will beat the atmosphere of those two matches, but this overall show is one of the best live experiences I've been to a wrestling show, period.
I would agree. I actually would agree 100%. I think the atmosphere for Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega and CM Punk just being there, because he returned to wrestling a month prior to that. So it was still kind of like, we were like, whoa, this is
And
crazy.
this was his return to New York.
Yeah.
That was a big fucking deal. And but yeah, no, look. And the second Grand Slam, I always tell you this, I feel bad. I know I enjoyed the second Grand Slam, but I feel bad because I was kind of crabby that night because CM Punk just got suspended for the first time at AEW. I thought I was going to see him, and I didn't see him. But I felt better seeing Cesaro and Claudio live. And seeing Claudio live at this show with Eddie Kingston, this is a divergent, but not really. My friend Mario has a friend who they put together an art piece like for Eddie Kingston and Claudio, and Eddie Kingston liked that post.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Yeah, Eddie Kingston really like gets in with the fans like online and stuff. Like he's really,
Yeah, he's very I mean, he said it in his promos. I think it was a year ago. I think it was leading up to the Jericho match at Revolution, which was awesome. He cut a promo saying some fan went up to him and said that they were going to kill themselves, but after meeting him or seeing him wrestle or something like that, they decided not to. That's crazy. That's insane. And then Eddie Kingston also had struggles with mental health too. Because remember that piece that he wrote? I think it was right before Full Gear 2021, which was
on
unbelievable.
Forbes, fucking
It
Forbes,
yeah, it was Forbes.
Forbes.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. So yeah, talk about your live experience for this year's Grand Slam.
It was awesome. Every look, we were both wearing. I was wearing a CM Punk shirt. Every fan we encountered, no matter what shirt they were wearing, uh, they were all fucking nice. They were all so nice. They're all so cool. Everyone was so nice. Like usually in wrestling shows, you always get to meet some nuts. We did see some nuts. Like there are some guys who tried to walk in front of us who thought it was general admission and thought they could just stand anywhere. And we were just like, okay, we didn't say anything. But then security was like, yo, guys, come on. But
The security was like, I don't know where you're supposed to be, but you're not supposed to be here.
Let me give you an idea of how amazing our seats were. We went to the bathroom, and even in the bathroom, we were having good conversation with fans. We saw the guy with the cool Pepsi Phil shirt. He was like, we were talking about, oh man, tremendous. Yeah, no, it was great. No, while we were in the fucking bathroom, Jon Moxley came out, did his entrance, and our dad told us this. He stood on my chair while I was in the bathroom.
Yep.
And he was still close to us during the match. Like that's how good our seats were. I'm like, no. And plus, like, people who were sitting around were so cool. It was just a great show. Like all the stuff that I see in Dynamite that I usually don't like was overshadowed because I was just having a great time.
Yeah, and it was like that experience of meeting those fans in the bathroom was great. Usually people think wrestling fans are just they're looking for dirt and they don't you know what I mean, but it was cool to see fans actually discuss actual things happening within wrestling and not like, okay, this person is doing this shady backstage, which whatever, if fans like to enjoy that, but I don't really care about what's going on backstage unless somebody's hurt, like, you know what I mean, like I don't really care
unless somebody's being an actual jerk.
It was a great experience overall. It really was like, okay, AEW's putting on great shows, and I understand why I'm a wrestling fan. It was so much fun. This is a great experience.
No, plus, and even guys we were disagreeing with, we were having a good time with. Like, we were joking. The wrestling between Eddie Kingston and Claudio was so damn good that we were like joking, like, oh, geez, like, why are these guys wrestling for? Just flip. And there are guys next to us who thought we were serious for a second, and they started laughing when they realized we were joking.
Eddie Kingston, Claudio Castagnoli, ROH title, winner takes all, and also for the World Strong Champion, the World Strong
never open weight title,
New Japan Strong Open Weight Champion, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
that was a mouthful. But what do you think of this match?
Yeah, for that title and the ROH title, where it was amazing. That was like an incredible opener. It could have easily main evented. Oh my god, the wrestling was obviously fantastic. Eddie Kingston and Claudio, like, this made up for the fact that I never saw their ROH title match live. This was, in fact, I wanted to ask you a question. How would you compare this? How would you compare this match to your live experience of watching them in ROH?
You know what it was? Everything I liked about it, it just carried over. They just reprised into this one. Okay. It was like an All Japan Triple Crown tribute match. That's what it was, but even more, a little bit more hard hitting. Because remember those punches they threw at each other? Like, oh my goodness.
No, it was great. Like, there was one part where Claudio wasn't like he was kind of like no selling Eddie Kingston's chops. So Eddie Kingston just fucking decked him.
Yep, sounds like a All Japan title. Yeah, sounds like a Misawa Kawada type of match. Yeah, exactly what they're doing.
It was astounding. This match was great, and everyone was just so happy for Eddie. Well, Eddie won. He beat him. It
Yep.
was but the promo that it was a pre-recorded promo. The promo they showed of Eddie Kingston, like it was the exact opposite of how I felt about that fucking Roddy Strong sketch. I'm gonna call it a
Yeah.
sketch in the hospital room, quote unquote. But the Eddie Kingston promo, like this is what if this feels like a wrestling show. It was Eddie Kingston looking at the camera, saying, "New York has got my fucking back." I'm not doing it justice, but man, everyone was hyped.
Yeah.
Everyone was hyped.
I know I was.
Yeah, like that, man. That's the thing. Like, even the stuff I didn't like in his car, like, was kind of I forgot because I was just so like blown away by this match. It was great.
Jericho, Sammy Guevara.
Oh, this went a little too long, and the finish was kind of fucked up because okay, the finish on paper could have been really cool, because it pretty much Sammy won for a shooting star press into a code breaker. The problem is, barely the side of Jericho's knee hit. It didn't connect, but Sammy sold it anyway, and the match ended. But
It did connect. It just he didn't get all of it. He didn't get all of it. Like he hit his knee. He didn't get all of it, but he got some of it for it to look effective, I thought.
Yeah. At least from our angle, but the thing is, when they replayed it, they showed how much he missed it. Like, no, from our angle, it looked fine. But the thing is, when they replayed, I was like, ooh. But it wasn't as bad as what it was later.
It's fine as long as you're not 10 feet away, like Max Caster last year.
Oh well, that
yeah, he was in Valley Stream while he was in freaking Ronkonkoma. It was.
But in this match, it could have been like 5 minutes shorter, but it was fine.
Yeah. It was just good. I thought it was good. It wasn't. It was good. It was.
Jericho is a great. He's still really good live, especially.
Yeah.
Guevara is good, especially when he's in the ring with a Jericho. He doesn't do. He
does very well
together.
Shit. I think.
No, they do. They do work very well together.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, the match before was better, and but it wasn't bad. It was just exactly what it was supposed to be. I thought. Yeah, but I'm with you on that. If it was like 5 minutes shorter, I would have been happier. But yeah, pretty good. This next match was very good, except that Moxley got hurt, and I'm talking about Ray Phoenix, Jon Moxley, AEW International Championship. What'd you think?
I thought it was really fun to see Moxley beat the shit out of Phoenix live. Every time Phoenix tried to do some stupid bullshit that he does, Moxley just beat him up, and like that's what I thought the dichotomy of the match was, and I was enjoying it.
Ray was the luchador, and Moxley was the brawler. That's what it was.
And but the thing is, like, Moxley, he got concussed during the match.
Yep.
And what ruined it for me was like he did not only a pile driver, but a very like not the safest looking pile driver, and he did it twice to him. Twice. Like, this guy's already concussed. Why would you do? By the way, Rick Knox sucks. I think we can all like. I think the jury's out, right? Like, this guy sucks. Like,
I think after the first pile driver, go home. That was it. Easy.
You could have did a knockout finish. Why'd you have to touch him again? Why would you have to bring him up to his feet again after he's concussed? Like, anything else, anything else but what they did could have been better. I don't know. It's just I was just good for Moxley.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right, but like that ref, go home. Just go home.
Well, we know why he's there, and he's gonna have a job there for life as long as the Bucks are there. But yeah, Renee Paquette walked right by us, but obviously we couldn't fucking say hi. I saw her in her eyes.
Yeah,
she looked pissed, like she or worried. Like it was.
Moxley was mad too. He was mad too.
Yeah, like
what are you doing?
like.
But other than that, this match was really good.
It was fun. It was really fun. Like I just thought at first I thought they fucked up the finish. Then I heard that Moxley was hurt. Then I got really just sad. Like, I was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, honestly, this is actually like Ray winning. Just kind of calling an audible. It's good for him because he actually wrestles internationally. he goes to AAA. You know what I mean? So it's perfect for him to defend the title at a AAA show or what have you. You know, and you anybody can have a good match with Ray Phoenix. I mean, come on, like I think that's the point of this title. You know, put somebody that's like someone that people like, that people can get behind and pay tickets to see, and you'll get a good match out of him. That's the story of this title.
Yeah,
That was the
anyone
story.
who can keep him
Yeah,
grounded. I do remember he had a pretty good match with him and Nick Jackson
yeah, that was
years and
great.
years back.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
they do that again, just awesome, fine, whatever. You know what I mean? And you
but
can
like
always, when Moxie's better, you know, they can always do the rematch at the, Full Gear if he's okay for that. You know,
yeah.
why not? You know, sell some tickets out of this. That's, that's fine. Moving on to one of the most entertaining matches of the night.
Oh,
This match wasn't like the greatest technical wrestling match, but it was one of the most entertaining matches.
what
And that
happened
is
with match?
Saraya versus Tony Storm for the AEW Women's title. This thing was so amazing. What'd you think?
Tony Storm is fucking amazing. Because like she now had like not only she always been a great wrestler, but now she has character to back it up, and it's fantastic. Like she's easily a better promo than pretty much everybody. She's a better promo than Saraya, better promo than anybody in the fucking what Outcast. Yeah,
She plays the part and she looks the part.
yeah.
She looks like Marilyn Monroe, and she comes out the film noir thing. I think it's just great. And the shoe throwing stuff is just awesome. And one of my favorite spots of the night is she kisses Saraya, and I think she goes for a power bomb right after that, and then goes for that should have been I wish that was the finish, but it wasn't. But
Yeah.
this match was so much fun. I think Tony Storm should have won this, but this was very fun to see live, and it was just like, okay, this is somebody who's really just like stretching out and evolving a character.
I'm cool with Tony Storm losing only because Saraya literally just won the title. I would give it a bit like Saraya won the title in a big way in Wembley. I would give it a little bit, but like I see eventually her being champion again easily. Like I don't see anyone else as qualified as her other than Sheeta or like
Yeah,
I don't see anyone as qualified as her.
yeah,
Honestly, she's better than Britt Baker. Britt Baker is a great promo, but Christ, Tony Storm is a good promo and a great wrestler.
yeah, and
So
that could be a match down the line too.
yeah, good.
Yeah. So MJF Samoa Joe AEW World Title main event of Dynamite. I absolutely love this match. It was phenomenal. What'd you think?
This match was absolutely fantastic. Like, yeah,
Yep.
despite what I just said, see, I wasn't even mad. I was like, oh, the babyface is cheating. It's kind of funny, but because he's so over here, so no one cares. But my God, yeah, this match, like, look, how can MGF and Samoa Joe be a bad match? You have to try and make this suck, and this was awesome. Like oh my God, when MGF fucking picked up Samoa Joe and powerbombed him, everyone like lost it.
Yeah.
Everyone like, oh yeah, well he's very strong. And Samoa Joe was just beating the absolute Christ out of him. Like,
And I never imagined, because MJF was so good at just being an asshole the last couple of years, MJF kind of in peril, and the crowd like legitimately worried about him because of this monster Samoa Joe. Man, MJF was so good in that role. He was
he was
perfect.
selling. He was
Man,
selling.
he was great. He was so good. And I love the build to this match was so simple and brilliant. Because he pushed. Remember, I think it was at All Out. Samoa Joe pushed MJF the same way he did when MJF was an extra at that takeover in Brooklyn.
And then Samoa Joe put him in the front face lock. They pretty much redid the brawl between him and Punk and Jack Perry. I was like, oh, Samoa Joe is just shouting at his boy. That's nice of him. Like that was incredible. That was the one reason why I was sad I didn't see All Out. Because when I saw that clip, I'm like, damn, that would have been cool to see live. That's funny. That's
And
really funny.
Max reprising this the Scott Steiner math promo from TNA. And what's funny is that's what Scott Steiner said against Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was perfect. And like the whole idea of this match was, Samoa Joe doesn't really respect him yet. He still sees him as that kid that he shoved in NXT, but he's become one of the most. MJF was like, I am one of the biggest stars in this company, and I am like 26. You know what I mean? So, and the crowd loves him, and he's come a long way. He's not just a kid anymore. You know what I mean? He's getting
Yo,
so good so fast.
you saw like you remember when they showed that the promos. This was another good promo, not skit. It was a
Yeah,
good promo with Adam Cole and MJF pulling up in the MJF's awesome car, and MJF as soon as he gets out of the car, Samoa Joe, and he starts going off on him. Off. It was
great,
great.
just
It was
great.
great. Yeah.
It's just good stuff, just great. And the finish was just awesome.
Yeah.
He took, what was it, like a wire?
No, I think it was tape. It was tape.
It was tape.
He ripped tape off of his hands and he choked him out.
He said he was going to choke him out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, and
Yeah.
think Samoa Joe was protected because MJF kind of cheated. You know what I mean? So you can do a rematch.
Oh yeah. Oh no. And Joe shook his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. No. You
that's
see.
another thing. This is a show of respect,
Yeah.
you know, because Claudio and Eddie Kingston notoriously aren't, you know, they aren't very they aren't you know, chums, you know, let's just
No.
say they aren't
No.
buddies. They but they shook each other's hands, and because they beat the shit out of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a wrestler thing. You know, you beat the fuck out of somebody, and you got to respect them. You know, you respect them for putting up with it or something like
He's
that. It
not
was
my
cool.
friend, but they still showed respect to each other. Like, Claudio did business with Eddie, and Joe was like, you know what? I don't like you, but I respect you. I like you. It's
That's it.
fine. Like, no, it was great. No, like, those first 2 hours of that night were absolutely astounding. It
Yeah,
was, it was so much fun.
Rampage. Okay, I'll say it's about Rampage. Okay, so they did the 2 hour Rampage Grand Slam, right? But here's what AEW did that was great, because they don't have the dark shows anymore, right? Good riddance.
Thank God.
But what they did was they filmed some of it before they taped Dynamite. Then they filmed some of it after Dynamite. So the crowd wasn't totally wiped. So you're there for
Yeah.
like a solid 4 hours and change, which is okay. That being said, there's a few things from Rampage I want to talk about. I know you had something, but here's the first thing. Okay, Santana and Ortiz, right? In real life, they're not on the best of terms, and in storyline, they aren't either, right? But I thought they did a good job of potentially setting something up for them to tussle soon, either at another pay per view or another AEW or another Collision. I don't know if you watch Collision, the latest Collision, but Ortiz did a they did a little vignette of him talking about that, you know, their whole situation. I thought was really good. I'm like, okay. So I usually don't love when you take things from real life a little too much and you make it into a storyline. But in this case, it's like, okay, it's nothing too personal. You know what I
That's what
mean?
professionals do. It's what professional wrestlers do.
Right. Like, you know, all we know as the fans that these two aren't on the best of terms anymore. They were friends, but now they're not really friends anymore. That's okay. So I don't know about you, but I'm curious to seeing where this is going to go. Or do you prefer these two to be a tag team?
I'm all for having an actual tag division in AEW. 2-on-2
Yeah.
matches. I don't care for the trios shit at all. Look, on a perfect world, I would like to see the Usos together, but WWE thinks they're better apart. I disagree. Well, here's the thing, that storyline. It's just even more sad because knowing Santana and Ortiz are, not in the best of terms. I don't know if them being a tag team is in the foreseeable future, but if they can be professional and have a good feud, I don't mind that either. Because look, Santana's incredible. Santana, he has everything. He's a great wrestler, phenomenal promo. The only thing I look back on with the Inner Circle are the Santana promos. With him with the eye patch, and he made it not goofy.
Yeah.
He
Those
told that
guys.
story about his uncle.
Yep. I remember that. Like, yep.
Santana's incredible.
So
And
I'm curious to see where this is gonna go, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The other thing from Rampage, and you could tell me what you know. There was one thing that really just puzzled me. Just like, okay, I guess you're going that way. Was the 4-way match for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Title match opportunity, title shot, whatever, at WrestleDream? It was the Righteous, who I don't know who they are, I give AEW credit for running a vignette on them on Collision. Best friends, the Kingdom, and the Hardys, and the Righteous One. So you went with the team that no one's ever heard of. Even though the Kingdom is the obvious way to go with this. The Kingdom is aligned with Roderick Strong. MJF is aligned with Adam Cole, and Adam Cole is aligned with Roderick Strong too. That's an easy story to tell. That's what the people want to see. And when the freaking Righteous guys won, like the air was sucked out of the arena.
No one cared.
No one cared.
These are the thing. The Kingdom, not only are they aligned with Adam Cole and MJF in storyline, and yours are, not only could there be a reason to get those stupid fucking ROH tag titles off of them, also the Kingdom are great.
Yeah.
Matt Bennett, and I feel bad for the other
Matt
guys.
Taven and Mike Bennett.
Matt Taven?
Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, yep.
They're great. Those are the only guys I remember in that damn match other than the Hardys. In fact, I think that match, I hate 4-way tag matches, for Christ's sake. That could have just been the Kingdom versus the Hardys. Sure. And the Hardys could have put them over. Like, I don't know. I didn't care about that match at all. Because there's when there's more than 2 tag teams in a match, I don't care.
It's hard to follow. It's hard to follow. Yeah, it really is. This match is going to be on pay-per-view. I don't necessarily want to pay to see Adam Cole MJF versus the Righteous. Both individually, even as a team, Adam Cole and MJF on a card you're going to get my money. But you can't tell me this is what you would do for pay-per-view for a tag team title match. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? No, I don't know. I don't like it. But
sometimes in AEW, 1 + 2, someone comes up with fucking 7.
It's 7, or it's Fish, or it's
what
a Isosceles triangle.
God, oh my God! It's just it's not that hard sometimes. Sometimes it's not that hard.
I get what they were doing. I get the intention. The intention is to get new faces on, but you got it. Sometimes, right now, at that moment, it wasn't the time for the Righteous.
What's the road to hell paved with? Good intentions.
Oh, sure. Yeah. If you look what FTR is doing with the AEW titles, wrestling randos every week. No. No. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Nope.
The open challenge business, sorry. No. Reserve title matches for top contenders.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. But anyway, let's go to Seattle, because WrestleDream, that's the next pay-per-view for AEW, October the 1st. So we'll start with another 4-way tag match to determine the next contenders to FTR's AEW World Tag Titles. And we have the Bucks, the Guns, Lucha Brothers, and Orange Cassidy and Hook. Who do you got?
The Bucks. Wait, how many teams are in that damn match?
4. So you got the Bucks, the Guns, Lucha Brothers, and Orange Cassidy and Hook.
I'm going to go with Hook. I just want Hook to win.
Orange Cassidy and Hook versus FTR?
I mean, I would rather see that. I guess on paper, I wouldn't mind seeing the Young Bucks and FTR again. Because the best Young Bucks matches I've ever seen were with the FTR. But it's just like I said, it's so hard to care about a tag match with more than 2 tag teams in it.
I would love to see FTR and the Bucks again in LA.
Oh yeah.
At Full Gear.
And
that'll
the Bucks
be good.
Get their win.
Sure.
Yeah.
In their hometown, sure. Why not?
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. I guess the Bucks are winning.
Okay, they can win that, or you can go with the Guns too. The Bullet Club Gold is on a roll, and Jay White is on a hot streak right now.
Oh yeah, you can give it to them too. I love Bullet Club Gold. I love them.
You got the Lucha Brothers. You put the Lucha Brothers in with anyone. Lucha Brothers and FTR, that should be amazing. And you got Ray Finks with the international title, so you could do that too. But Orange Cassidy and Hook, no. I love them individually. It should not be a team. No, it should be.
No. Because you said Hook, and I automatically just because you said there's so many damn tag teams, and I'm like, oh well, I like to see Hook win. But if it's against FTR, Yeah, either Bullet Club Gold or the Bucks, but I'd
Yeah.
rather probably Bullet Club Gold because Bullet Club Gold was the only thing our live experience was missing. I really wanted to see Bullet Club Gold, but I know. Wait, oh yeah, they're Collision guys, aren't they?
No, they were there.
Bullet Club Gold was that
Yeah.
when?
Maybe I'm bugging.
I don't remember seeing the Ass Boys or Jay White and no, they no no they I don't
No,
think
they
they were
weren't.
there.
You're
No.
right. You're right. I saw somebody brought out a cardboard of Jay White, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
never mind.
great.
They were
Yeah.
not there. Yeah. So probably the Bucks, because in LA, the Bucks on the card in a title match. Sure, you can do 2 out of 3 falls. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm open to that. But I'd be happy with the Guns too. Okay, Chris Statlander and Julia Hart TBS title.
For WrestleDream,
Yeah.
Chris Statlander and Julia Hart. I'd rather see Sky Blue in that position, but Chris Statlander can work well with a pencil. Like she's really. I love Chris Statlander. Oh, I love Chris Statlander so much, man. I was
Yeah.
really happy to see her live, even though she didn't wrestle a match per se. It was,
She
but
did. She teamed with Orange Cassidy and Hug versus who was it?
it wasn't. Yeah, it's a
Who
good
was it?
question. Oh wait, was it who was who the hell did they wrestle?
Who the fuck did they wrestle? I'll pull it up.
Who the hell did they wrestle?
Shit.
This is a problem, man. Like,
Who they fucking wrestle? Oh, it was oh, okay. Oh, it was Angelo Parker, Anna Jay, and Matt Menard. That's
oh
what
yeah,
it
how can we forget Angelo Parker and Matt Menard? I love
was.
Anna Jay, but how the hell can we forget those two, right?
How could if we get
Uh,
those two? Yes. Okay. Um so Chris Statler and Julia Hart, who do you think is winning this one?
Chris Statlander. What? With Julia Hart's gonna be Chris Statlander? The
Yeah.
girl with the
Yeah,
spooky hat is gonna
I
be
guess
Chris Statlander?
they've been they've been protecting Julia Hart, I guess, to set her up for Chris
Uh,
Statlander, because she beat Kara Hogan decisively on Collision. So, and Brody King issued the challenge to Chris Statlander in Seattle. So there you go.
God. Oh,
So, and
God.
I say Chris Statlander's winning. Maybe she'll wrestle like Britt Baker or somebody and lose it or something.
Well,
Who
you
knows?
could give Julia Hart the meaningless title and then have Chris Statlander go for the World Women's
Oh
title.
no, you don't want titles meaningless.
Yeah, I guess.
No, yeah.
No, not meaningless. The
He beat
secondary
Jade
title.
Cargill. No, you got to protect that title. Yeah. Okay, so I think Chris Statlander should definitely win. Here's a good one: Eddie Kingston and Shibata for the
And
Ring of Honor title and the Strong Openweight title.
oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing Shibata. See, this is the first match that Shibata has come back to wrestle what I actually want to watch. Because up until now, they've been having Shibata wrestle just guys who aren't really on his level.
Well, you wrestled Wheeler Yuta at the Ring of Honor show. Oh
He
my
did?
God! Yeah, that was
Oh,
excellent. That was a very, very good match. It was
by,
pure title rules. Yeah, it's a Ring of
oh, he
Honor pure
probably
title.
beat the Christ out of him, didn't he?
Yeah, it was excellent. Wheeler Yuta, he's great. Wheeler Yuta's great. Yeah, he's not a superstar yet, but like, it was really good with Shibata. Yeah. So Eddie Kingston and Shibata, you have a star, you have another name guy, so this should be very good. Yeah,
Yeah, oh
got
yeah, I
my
really
money.
want to see that. I would love to
Yeah.
see that.
Here's a match that I know you're not gonna do jumping jacks over, but I think this will be very good. Christian Darby Allin for the TNT title, 2 out of 3 falls. Who do you think wins?
Yeah, I don't like Darby Allin, but listen, like I love Christian. I love Christian so much. So
Me too.
he can work. Look, if you told Christian you're gonna wrestle your belt tonight, it's gonna be good. Like it's gonna be great. Like so, it's fine. Yeah, Darby Allin will do what Darby Allin does and
Yeah.
jump around the ring.
Wait, who do you think is gonna win? Eddie Kingston or Shibata?
I don't want to see Eddie Kingston lose his titles right
No, you
away. But
cannot
then
win. You
again,
cannot
if
lose
there's
it all.
anyone who could beat Shibata, I would. Okay, I saw Orange Cassidy beat Shibata, and that puzzled me. But Eddie Kingston beating Shibata is not the worst thing.
Eddie Kingston should not be losing right now.
No, he shouldn't. So yeah, he should win easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Oh yeah, here's a good one. Jericho and the Golden Lovers versus the Don Callis family, Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay.
Oh,
6-man.
so okay. Well, look, I love Takeshita. I love Omega. And I love, yeah, I love those two so much. So, yeah, I'm excited. That sounds good. And as long as Will Ospreay is grounded, I don't mind seeing him. And who
Uh,
else in this match?
I would honestly have to say, at least for this one, I have to say the Don Callis family has to win this one because Will Ospreay is like on a roll right now, and he's wrestling Zack Sabre Jr. in a couple of weeks. So I don't know if Will Ospreay is going to lose here, or maybe if the Don Callis family lose, Will Ospreay would not be taking the pin.
Yeah, probably not. Like, I hope
Yeah,
it's not Takeshita taking a damn pin. Sammy should take the
honestly,
pin.
yeah, I think this group should be winning for a little while. So they got it because Takesha, Sammy Guevara are they're people that AEW is trying to build, right? So they shouldn't be losing. They
No,
wouldn't
no, no.
put them with Don Callis if they're gonna just beat them. You know what I mean?
No, no, yeah. Takeshita should be protected. Yeah, like I said, if Don Callis's team loses, the person who should be taking the damn pin is Sammy. But
Yeah,
if no, but
yeah.
Takeshita should not be losing right now at all.
No, no,
I don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no. Yes.
I
Okay,
don't
so
think
I
so
would
at all.
definitely say, for at least in this case, the Don Callis family should win.
Yeah,
Okay, moving on to the match that we're all very excited to see. Adam Cole, MJF versus The Righteous for the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Adam Cole and MJF.
Yeah, it's
I
obvious.
hate having.
There's nothing else to say.
I hate having them with those titles, but what? Well, I mean, then again, if they lose to the Righteous, it'll be like two obscure titles on two obscure guys. So I mean,
I mean,
uh,
Adam Cole, and MJF should obviously win this. Then you can do the Kingdom match, and if they're gonna drop the belts,
it should be
they
to the
drop
Kingdom.
them exactly
Yeah, it should be to
because
the Kingdom.
yeah, I think the whole plan here is to get over the Ring of Honor belts.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Is
don't
it
want to drop them.
Wheelhouse Wrestling Swerve Strickland?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
Up next we have FTR versus Aussie Open for the
Oh.
AEW tag team titles. What do you think?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I love seeing FTR wrestle anybody, but yeah, no, that should be good. That should be good. I think obviously FTR, it's for the AEW tag titles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They shouldn't be losing to them. No,
Yeah,
no, of
I'm so
course not.
glad they're facing a formidable team on pay per view.
Yeah,
They're reprising their match from New Japan that I still have to see. And honestly, I don't know if you saw. Did you see Collision on Saturday?
no,
Okay,
no.
so FTR wrestled a bunch of guys, but after they had a little promo segment interview with Aussie Open. Aussie Open was in suits, right? So they came
Oh,
out and they were basically saying, "Yeah, I know we haven't been living up to our hype, but this Sunday we're essentially going to bring it to FTR." And FTR is like, you better bring it, like, or don't show up. I was like, okay, sold. You got my money. These guys, they're going to kill each other.
it's
I thought
FTR.
this was great. Yeah, and Aussie Open was like, wow. Like, okay, I really got to pay attention to these guys now. That's what they said. That's what they did. This was awesome. Awesome. And it was so simple, too. So simple. I'm excited. Okay, the match you just brought up, Adam Page, Swerve Strickland. This should be tremendous. Did you see, it was a couple of weeks ago, Swerve and Page on Dynamite, they had a little spat.
No, I know. All I know is that Swerve cut ass on Page.
Yeah, and it was great. It was really good. And yeah, Swerve was basically saying, he's like, listen, if I had what you had, I'd be the first black AEW world champion right now.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. He basically saying, like, Adam, you were over here, now you're down here. It was good. And I hope it lights a fire under Mr. Page. And
Look,
they'll
could
have
you imagine
yeah.
could you imagine if Swerve Strickland got the chances that Adam Page had got instead of being put in a tag team with Keith Lee that no one cared about? Like, could
Yeah.
you Swerve Strickland listen, when we saw the live Rampage, it was like a 6-man with the Elite versus Brian Cage and some other guys.
Yeah.
The loudest reaction of that match was Swerve Strickland. All he fucking did was walk out with a cool looking ass coat, and everybody was oh yeah, everyone was flipping out. He wasn't
Yeah.
even in the match, and he had the biggest reaction.
Yeah.
Swerve Strickland has something.
He's got something.
Like,
he's got charisma. He's an amazing athlete. There's no reason, and he's from Seattle.
yeah,
There's no reason not to have him on this show. And Adam, you're gonna have a great match with him, and he's a named guy, so this will be good. This will be really good. You know what I mean? Like,
this is a one-on-one match, so Swerve is not hiding behind. They don't have Swerve hidden in some stupid stable.
No, exactly.
It's just him and him being himself. Let him be him because he's great. I love Swerve Strickland and Adam Page. Yeah, he's a good wrestler too.
And he's been having a great run on pay-per-view recently. Like the match he had with Moxley at Revolution. Oh man, outstanding. Oh man, this match, whew, probably the main event.
Should be.
Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr. Who do you got? This is an interesting one.
I have been looking forward to this match for a long time. For a very long time. Like, I can't believe this didn't happen at Forbidden Door. Wait, was Danielson injured during the last Forbidden Door?
Yes, the one before the one he had with Okada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt at Double or Nothing 2022. So he couldn't wrestle at Forbidden Door.
Yeah. Freaking, I thought, you see, like, we were talking about Forbidden Door when that happened. I think I was saying that night, Danielson should have faced Zack Sabre Jr. and, like, Okada could have fought MJF, but, like, I'm glad we got Okada and Danielson, but I really am happy Danielson's finally wrestling Zack Sabre Jr. This is good because, like, you have the best technical wrestler of all time of this generation versus one of the best technical wrestlers.
One who's, like, probably right under him.
Yeah. If there's anyone who's, like, right beneath Danielson, it's definitely Zack Sabre Jr. easily. So,
oh yeah. This should
Yeah.
just be outstanding because this Bryan Danielson, especially the run he's been having in AEW recently, like the last couple matches he had with Ricky Starks were just out of this world, and now Bryan Danielson is in his true element. It's just a straight up wrestling match. Like you put weapons in front of him, he's going to give you one of the best weapons matches you've ever seen. You put him in a Texas death match, he's going to give you one of the best ones you've ever seen. You put him in just a straight up wrestling match, he's going hole for hole with Mr. Zack, forget about it. And
you see, Danielson can flip over someone's head and get over.
Yeah. Who do you think wins?
Danielson.
I would say so too. Even though Zack Sabre Jr. has a match with Ospreay after this, and he is kind of like, the special attraction, but Danielson, he did that promo. He's saying, I'm going to slow down after this year because my daughter, when she turns 9 or 10, he's going to slow down. So I'd say he's going to be unbeaten for a while, maybe win the AEW World Title in the foreseeable future. Well, we'll see, but I would definitely say, Bryan Danielson should win.
Easily.
Yep, easily. You excited for this show?
I mean, I haven't been watching a lot of the build-up for it, but no, I mean, there's a lot of good matches on this card. So, like, when is it again? When is the show?
Sunday, October 1st.
This Sunday?
Yeah.
I am working this Sunday, but I'll definitely watch it the day after, if anything.
Okay, yeah, because we're going to talk about it at the same time as Fastlane. So you have time to watch a little bit of it before. Yeah. So it's all good. We'll wrap things up. We talked about a lot of stuff, just like we did our previous episode. So give us a follow on the socials. The links are in the description. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Arriaga.
Later days.